Secret weight loss potion. And I've been dieting this whole time. That is it. That is my secret weight loss serum. And hopefully you can see the same results as I do with this. Also a secret. Alright, so actually let's give this a go then. What's the worst that could happen? I didn't finish watching the video. Secret little surprise in it for you. You'll thank me later. Oh sweet, a surprise. What's happened to my... Hello and welcome to the video. It's your boy Jordan and I hope you're having a good day. So what this video is about my 10 steps to actually losing weight. So there's no secret cocktails, no potions or anything like that. Just 10 steps for you to follow so you can finally achieve that goal. So let's do this. Okay, so the first thing we need to do to start this process is actually the most daunting thing, and that's actually weighing yourself. So what I want you to do is wake up first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and weigh yourself. Once we have this figure, we then set ourselves a target weight which we aspire to get to, and then we can make a judgment of how much weight needs to be lost to get to this goal. Step number 2 is actually figuring out your TDEE. What TDEE stands for is your total daily energy expenditure. And what this basically means is how much calories you burn throughout a day with your exercise. You can figure this out by going on a website called TDEE Calculator. I've just put a link in the description below so we can figure this out. What personal information we need to find our TDEE is your gender, your age, your height, your weight, and your activity. Your body fat percentage is optional. Once you enter these measurements, it actually shows you how much calories you actually need to maintain, to bulk, and to cut. That we're planning a weight loss, we're actually focusing on the cutting calories. Step number 3, and it's actually an app what I use to count my calories, and that's MyFitnessPal. Every time you buy a new food, you scan your barcode and this actually inputs into your daily calories. What you want to do is set your goal on MyFitnessPal, so see what you want to do, either bulk, maintain or cut. That we're cutting, you actually have a choice to lose between 0.25 and 0.5 kg a week. So after you scan your food and input it into MyFitnessPal, what you want to do is actually get a food scale, and every single time you have this food, you want to weigh it just so you know the specific amount of calories you're getting from this product. So what we want to do is set our macros, and the most important thing, we want to set our protein to 1 gram of protein per body weight. So for example, you weigh 150 pounds, you want to ideally be eating 150 grams of protein a day. If you already haven't converted your weight into pounds, you can do this very easy by just going on to Google. Your carbs and your fats can work around how much protein you're having. Ideally, your protein should really be between 20 and 30%. Your carbs should be between 40 and 50%. And your fat should ideally be between 20 and 30%. The most important thing about losing weight is actually making sure you're in a calorie deficit. By using MyFitnessPal and keeping track of our macros, this will help us make sure that we're hitting our target calories for the day and make sure we do not go over it. Step number 4, carbs actually do not make you fat.
Say what?
There's actually a misconception of carbs, and a lot of people think you have to stay away from carbs to lose weight. This is true to an extent. The only carbs that I more or less personally would avoid are actually the ones which are high in sugar. As you're already on a calorie deficit, carbs are actually important to keep your muscles energized. Your muscles actually use the glucose from the carb in order to fuel your muscles. Your muscles actually use the glucose from the carb for fuel. Glycogen is actually the way your body stores and processes glucose. Your glycogen stores your muscles' main source of energy, so this makes carbs very important in the process of losing weight. The only thing which will make you gain weight is actually being in a calorie surplus. So this misconception of carbs is totally false. Okay, so step number 5, and it's actually resistance training. To be honest, in my opinion, I think you should be incorporating resistance training at least 3 times a week. There are actually so many benefits to resistance training, however there's so many to list, so I'm just going to tell you a few. Resistance training actually stimulates and increases the size of your muscles, therefore this actually increases your metabolic rate. With big muscles actually comes a higher metabolic rate, and with a higher metabolic rate you can actually eat more food, and who wouldn't want that? Resistance training actually burns calories throughout the day while you're resting. There are so many physical benefits to resistance training. For example, it could actually improve your posture, your muscle movement, and your stamina. Other than physical benefits, there are actually also mental benefits too. It could improve your self-esteem and your confidence. So for me, resistance training is a very important aspect of losing weight. Okay, so step 6 in this weight loss process is actually eat as late as possible. What I actually mean by this is making sure you actually do not finish your calories early. Let's actually say you're on 1500 calories for the day. Let's say by 4 p.m. you actually finished your allocated calories for the day. Ideally, in a world where you want to lose weight, you cannot eat any more than this. Let's say between 4 p.m. and the time you go to bed, that is a long time to go without food. To be honest, it will be a big struggle and it will probably put you in a bad mood that you can't eat for the rest of the day. So it may even force you into having an early night. Let's say on the other side of things, it gets to about 4 p.m. and you've only eaten 500 calories for the day. Let's say you want to go and make plans with your friends and go out for dinner in the evening, you therefore have 1000 calories to play with. Eating as late as possible allows you that flexibility when eating out. Going out and socializing with your friends and getting dinner plays actually a big factor on your mood, so I personally wouldn't want to prevent you from doing this. You could go out and eat with your friends just as long as you're still within your calories.
Does anybody else feel like they just gave birth to an alien?
Yes. No.
Most restaurants nowadays actually tell you the nutritional information of each meal and also should tell you how much calories is in a meal on the menu. So step number 7 actually plays in with the previous point, and that's making healthy substitutes. So instead of getting chips, get boiled potatoes. Instead of getting ice cream, get a sorbet. Instead of getting something deep fried, get something grilled. Just like that, making healthy choices and healthy substitutes, that is a good way to maintain your goal. This actually goes for drinks as well. Instead of going for the full fat sugary version, go for the zero option. There are plenty of zero drinks out there which are equally as nice as the full fat ones. So step number 7 is actually staying hydrated. Hydration is key, and I don't necessarily have to stress how important drinking water is. Try to have 2 liters of water minimum a day. However, if you're training that day, I recommend 3. What I tend to do, I actually have a 1 liter bottle. So I actually use this on a day-to-day basis. I'll probably fill this up 3 times, and this actually helps me hit my 3 liters a day. Okay, so step number 9 is actually taking 10,000 steps a day. Taking 10,000 steps a day actually burns up to 300 to 500 calories a day. This could potentially burn up to 2,100 and 3,000 calories a week, leaving you to have some flexibility with your diet. Instead of getting an intense cardio session in, taking 10,000 steps a day actually is a very slow-paced cardio which still burns some calories. Other than the physical benefits, you also get some mental benefits too, and this is getting escapism from your current situation. Okay, so finally, we're at the end. Step number 10. What we're actually doing, we're taking all the previous 9 steps and bringing it into this step, and this is consistency. It's going to be difficult to reach your goal without consistency. If you take points 1 to 9 and do this consistently on a day-to-day basis for about 6 weeks, this will actually help you lose weight.
And you're not going to stop there!
Points 1 to 9 are nothing without consistency. So if you're not consistent in your diet, in terms of tracking your macros, your water, your training, your daily walks, it's probably going to be very difficult for you to hit this. So consistency is key. I cannot stress enough. Okay, so that concludes my 10 steps to losing weight. I would wish you good luck, but to be honest, none of you need it with these 10 steps. If you want more fitness tips and advice about losing weight, please drop a comment, and I've also put a link in the description of my Instagram, so you can always reach out to me. If you've made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate you. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Until then, peace.